The TheoEco Nepal project is mainly about going to Nepal and helping the folks, and at the same time researching and documenting all that we can find. And many of these pictures are from a visit I visited to Nepal in 1998, where I was just so struck with the smiles of the folks, even though they were exceedingly poor. And there are all types of people, and even the young men. This is on a bus to Pokhara. You can see the United States bandana. Pokhara is a tremendously beautiful place. It's a lake surrounded by the Himalayas. The agriculture is everywhere, and just the rice paddies themselves are obviously fascinating and beautiful to look at. But in essence, it's about the roads. But you'll see there aren't many cars, but you will find many interesting characters. This gentleman was smoking something in his pipe. Here's a bridge, walk bridge we had to cross on our way. We're heading towards Ghorepani and Poon Hill. This was a typical breakfast. You always eat 3 meals a day. There's plenty of food. Here's a bunch of kids at a school. This is a fascinating couple. This is a Australian who trekked all of Asia and came back to marry this lovely girl. They now have a baby, and of course you have to share the trails with everything, animals as well. But you see the most interesting flowers and flora, and just the fauna is tremendous. And then you start seeing the mountains. And you don't walk very far without running into another village. It's not particularly primitive. And as you can see, the smiles are everywhere. Just the children are just gorgeous. And it's just such an interesting question as to how their carbon footprint can be so small and their smiles so big. So we continue to walk, and it was getting pretty tiring. I'm not in the shape these folks are at, but again, we just see the faces, and I just couldn't help taking the pictures. Young, very young, and their sisters and brothers take care of each other. And of course, as we move up, it starts getting snowy. This man helped me out tremendously. Had a horse named Sobi that carried my pack one day because I was completely dead. Somehow I got up this hill, and we're at now closing in on about 10,000 feet. You can see we're above above the clouds, and this is from Ghorepani itself, and you start seeing these tremendous mountain ranges. I was staying at a guest house. These are two sisters that live there, and then you just sit back and take in some of the largest mountains in the world, Annapurna and Dhaulagiri. This was the Kaligandaki Gorge that we were in, and a lot of trekkers up there, a lot of people. Again, it's not lonely. We have, but again, no cars, no motorbikes, just people walking. And again, makes you wonder why we can't be a little bit more like them. Two girls, they were now helping each other out. This was my intaker, or my innkeeper, I should say, just about taking me in. And again, the girl and her best buddy, big smiles, just beautiful. But now at the dawn, it's Poon Hill, and now it's time for me to get out of there because I was just really getting hungry for something other than the typical meals. And these are some people looking at this crazy guy walking out. And now finally back to civilization in Pokhara, and I had survived the trip. And here we are, back with nature, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place.